Welcome to another Dragonheir Silent Gods video. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. In today's video, guys, I want to show you the power of a 3-man elemental affinity over a 5-man elemental affinity team if you are using Astaion in your team. I cannot believe that this hero is such a game-changing character. Like, honestly, I was expecting it to come close to the 5-man elemental affinity team, but in fact, the 3-man elemental affinity team is absolutely demolishing the 5-man elemental affinity team. This video is brought to you by Dragonheir Silent Gods, so I just want to say a big thank you to them for sponsoring today's video. If you guys are new around here, new on the channel, if you haven't tried the game just yet, you can do so by clicking the link in the description down below, or in the pinned comment, or by scanning the QR code you see on the screen. So we're gonna go over to the Temporal Vortex. That's where we are going to do our little fun test, and I'm gonna show you exactly what is happening. First, I want to show you my Psychic Core, right? Because that is pretty important too. So my 5-man elemental affinity team is all the way to this point. 13% attack. Now, I can get an additional 26% attack more on them. And trust me, even with that, it's still not going to beat a 3-man elemental affinity team, which is absolutely crazy. I never thought that I'm actually going to see that in Dragonheir. Even if I'm getting the damage reduction, it's still not really going to make a difference because both of these teams survive pretty much the same, you know, because they are running on unkillable, basically. So, in the Temporal Vortex this week, guys, we do have basically 30% more poison damage. And as you may notice, some of the results in there are just absolutely crazy. Now, I am running a team with Rook, a corrosion team, and you're about to see some crazy numbers. If I would have Whisk in my team, most probably I would beat the 3-man elemental affinity team, to be honest, because Whisk is just so freaking powerful with Rook and of course with Dargo. So this is the team right here. We are running Dargo, Rook as the main damage dealers. We are running Ogok and Zephy to keep us unkillable all the way up to turn 150. And we are running Astaion. Astaion will apply defense down. Whenever it lands the debuffs, we're going to get increased attack from the serial set, which will really help my damage dealers. And on top of it, it has this passive where it basically reduces the target's defense by 30%. That's what causes this team to do insane damage. Now, in terms of artifacts, that's what we have on my characters. I have the Swamp Toadstool on Dargo. We have the Poison of Swamp on Rook. We have the Solar King's Horn on Ogok. We have Witch's Remains on Astaion. And we have the Downpipe Organ on Zephy. I will show you all of the stats. Actually, let me just show them to you right now. So these are the stats right here. I would love to have a much better build on him. So honestly, his build is pretty weak sauce in terms of crit damage. Not even full crit rate. But the runes, I've wasted all of my stamina to get gear. I haven't got a crit damage glove yet. And not to mention that all of my runes are awful, okay? This is the only one that is actually decent. The rest of them are 5 stars, no attack percentage, no crit damage. And I wasted so much stamina in the Heretical Ruins and the Ancient Battlefield, but it's just not happening. This is Rook right here. While I do have a good chunk of crit damage on him, crit rate, and decentish attack, the Poison of Swamp will really help us to get over 100% crit rate and more crit damage. I do have crit rate gloves on him as well. My only 2 gloves that I can use from this set, actually. This is Ogok. I have him with this set just because of the other team. He doesn't really require it in here. I could potentially use to increase the damage a serial set. And that will boost the damage for this team a bit more as well. I'm supposed to do that, actually, but I'm going to be fine with the way he is right now, so I don't swap in between both of the teams. Then we have Astaion on a serial set. She does have a bit of a damage build, but nothing too crazy, to be honest. And that is Zephy, as much attack as possible. So we have over 6k attack, which will give 600 more attack to Dargo and to Rook as well. So this is the run. In terms of skill timing, I will quickly have to just adjust this from the Rage mode because we don't require it like that anymore. So we're going to go over to... what was it? 12 seconds. Yeah, 12 seconds. Put it on 20. Actually, let me just put this on 13 and put this on 16. So there we go. We're going to have everything lock and loaded, basically, while my unkillable team still runs in the exact same way. Let me just quickly walk you through what this team can actually do. We're gonna have, of course, an attack aura from Rook, which will benefit pretty much everybody, including Zephy, which will give us even more attack later on. So, basically, guys, applying that defense down with Asteon and then reducing the defense on the boss is what makes this team go absolutely freaking nuts. Like, the damage is gonna be crazy, okay? As mentioned, I don't have a Rook's artifact. I don't have a Whisk to be able to pull off like 500, 600, 700 million damage, no inspirations, etc. I'm just not wailing out to get another copy of Rook because I find it pointless. It's so hard to get the character. But look at that. We are already at 5+ million damage. In what 5? We are at 6, 7 million damage. We can't even keep up the step to count the millions in there because the score is just blowing up so freaking quick. And Asteon plays a very, very important role in here. So we're going to get a lot of damage with this team. I'm not going to walk you through the entire run, guys, because I do want to show you the other run as well. But we're already at 12 million damage in 1 minute, okay? So you can basically kind of like have an idea of what this team will do. So here we are with the result. 205 million damage on difficulty 4 of the Temporal Vortex. And that is with Asteon in the team, guys. Overall, a very, very impressive result. If you are paying attention to Dargo's damage and, of course, to Rook's damage, we have Dargo with 19 million damage, and then you have Rook with 178 million damage. I want to show you how different it will be once we are going to run the other team. I'm not going to save this because I'm going to use something else later on to bump up a bit the damage more. The second team is the following, guys. 5-man Elemental Affinity team. We dropped Asteon, we dropped Zephy. We're bringing in Cinerel, and we are bringing in Gagna. If I would have Whisk, I'm pretty positive that I will get more damage than the other team. But without Whisk, I'm not. So Asteon actually becomes super relevant for a lot of players out there that might be missing one of the key champions, key heroes, from any of the Elemental Affinities, you know? If you're missing some crazy activators for Dauntless, that character can swap in, you know, or for Ice Blast, etc. Of course, for Ice Blast, you're going to have the 5-man Elemental Affinity team, but just to kind of like give you guys a bit of an idea, you know? Rook has the exact same stats. Dargo has the exact same stats. Ogok, pretty much the same cup of tea. Gagna will apply defense down. So that's kind of like one thing to keep in mind. I feel like we do have a probability of dropping that defense down less often than with Asteon because there are only 3 hits. This is the actual skill timing, as you may notice right here. Let me just put that on a 16.5 actually. Save it, and let's get ready to rumble, ladies and gentlemen. While the damage will still ramp up almost as fast as with the previous team, we're just not going to be able to achieve such an astonishing result. You know, I feel like the highest I've got with this team was around 160 million, if I'm not mistaken. So that shows you that Asteon will basically bring you 25% increased damage while breaking the 5-man Elemental Affinity team, which overall on paper should definitely boost your damage by quite a bit. But it seems like it's just not the case. Not yet, anyway. Unless you have all the key champions, the key heroes, you know, that's a completely different story. So we are spot on with the skill timing. I'm gonna fast forward from here, guys. So we're basically gonna get to see the final result. Here we are, guys. Look at that difference with the 5-man Elemental Affinity team. And yes, everybody survived as long as the unkillable team. Cinerel just survived a little bit longer. That's why we have 8 minutes and 30 seconds over what we previously had. But it's just crazy what a massive difference it is from this one to the other one. Over 25% more damage. Probably, if I would be to rerun this team a few more times, I might squeeze in another 20 million damage. As mentioned, I feel like the highest I've got was around 160, 170 million damage. I guess Gagner needs to basically land that defense down every single time in order to really maximize the damage of the team. It doesn't really have a lot of damage. The gear is not just there yet to really allow me to push a lot of characters with a lot of crazy stats, but we have a massive, massive drop in terms of damage. Considering that, hey, we are using, at the end of the day, a 5-man elemental affinity team, which should be the ultimate thing in a Dragonheir Silent Gods. Again, Asteon, absolutely amazing. I know a lot of people talk trash about all of the new characters at the beginning of the season, guys, saying that there are no good characters on the Season 4 banner. Well, think again, because Asteon, not only that it looks freaking amazing, but is an amazing, amazing, amazing character. Very good skills all around. Very good healing. This is an amazing, amazing skill. And the passive, guys, it just basically makes all the freaking magic. But yeah, guys, that was everything for today's video. Hopefully you guys found it helpful, you enjoyed it, and you found out how impactful Asteon can actually be. If you enjoyed the content, make sure to smash a like, subscribe to the channel for more Dragonheir content, and thanks again to Dragonheir for sponsoring the video. If you guys want to get involved, you can do so by clicking the link in the description down below, or in the pinned comment, or by scanning the QR code you see on the screen. Much love, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.